Welcome back to another episode of Stand Up, Sit Down. On today's show, I had the hilarious... How do you say your last name?
McInerny?
Kelly McInerny. Stay tuned.
You are now tuned in to Black Hollywood Live. Stand up, sit down.
So much. There it
You are
is.
now.
There it is.
What a weird transition.
There it is.
I am the most humblest. I just love this song.
Keep going. Keep going.
Of the humblest, my apple crumble is by far the most crumblest, but I act like it tastes bad out of humbleness. The thing about me that's so impressive. I could keep going, but I feel like I should stop. Do I know the words? Yeah.
Here's the thing. Maybe you should change careers. I feel like you should you should just rap now.
Man, what? That's what a great compliment.
That's
what I do at karaoke all the time.
Yeah, you should if this whole stand-up thing doesn't work out, just because it's basically stand-up just with music and cool punchlines.
I actually call myself the Eminem of comedy.
There you go.
Yeah,
that works.
Nobody else does.
What's up, Kelly?
Nothing.
How are you?
Good, pretty good. How about you? Yep.
It's Sunday. It's Father's Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love my dad.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Some people don't. So, I'm a little indifferent. So, I talk to my mother and, we just.
Well, that's good. At least you got one of them. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. When I see you last? Was it when we went to Universal? That was it? We need to go back.
Dude. Yeah.
We had a blast. For those of you who don't, so Kelly and I, Kelly has a pass.
Season pass, dude.
And I forgot how the conversation came up, or I think I was on your Snapchat or something, or I was on something, and I was like, oh snap, you got a pass, I got a pass, and I was on hiatus, and I was like,
No, we met because you're like, oh, I'm at Universal right now too. You saw my Insta stories.
Shit. That's okay. So that's what it. Yeah. All right. So, but I was still on hiatus then. I think so. I had just started. Right. So so I was there, and then I saw her Snap story, and I was like, oh snap, Kelly's here. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
So that had nothing to do with any of this right now. It was just us talking.
Hey, but if you guys want to go to Universal, we'll
meet
go
us
with
there.
You.
Yes, we will ride every single ride with you once and take great Snapchats.
Yes.
And
show you where the best Bloody Marys are.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can take a picture with the dinosaur.
Yes. So good. Or Vin Diesel.
Or Vin Diesel, right?
Yeah.
Or you can make a viral Instagram video that hasn't gone viral yet, but one day it's on the way. So let's dive right into it.
Okay.
You're from Jersey.
That's right.
What was that like growing up?
I liked it. I'm a pro Jersey person, I'm from North Jersey though, so I think it's different. I think we're cooler.
Okay.
Sopranos was filmed in my hometown.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Great food, we had snow days. I think I'm a firm believer in snow days.
Never had a snow day.
Dude, you're missing out.
Well, it doesn't snow in Southern California.
But they're the best because you just sleep all day.
Right.
It's not like the movie Snow Day where you go out. You
don't go out and play in the snow.
I guess a little towards the end, but you're gonna rest a little. You're not gonna wake up and then do it in the movie.
Right.
It's you gotta relax. It's a snow day.
But was it did you wake up, watch the news and be and just kind of wait for your school to be called, and then when it got called, everyone and then you just went back to bed? Or
they call you up, or you call them. You call the in high school, I think we had to call in, or they called us. I'd forget, but that was really cool. I liked it. I live right next to New York City, so I went to there a lot.
What type of kid were you growing up? Were you a bully, class clown? Were you mean girl? Were you a jock? I feel like you were kind of like jockish.
Man, actually, not really. I did play soccer a little bit. People called me Daria in school. Yeah, because I had a monotone voice. Actually, stand up, I feel changed my voice. Because I watched my first stand up set, and it's just I am just very monotone. So I was kind of a floater, a lot. I hung out with different people, everybody liked me, or not everybody. I didn't have any enemies, basically. That was pretty cool, but also not super cool.
But you were like cool enough to where like you had someone to eat with at lunch.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah. And like if people were like, oh, Kelly McInerny, they'll be like, oh, she's okay, you know, oh, she's cool.
Yeah, she's okay.
I don't think anybody had any bad. I'm trying to think of if I had any enemies. I don't think so.
Did you but you get into any fights or anything, or you were just always just kind of like?
Not really. I guess like in like grammar school, I got in a fight once. I don't know why we fought, but like I had an in-school suspension because we had like a fist fight.
Those suck.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So I do have some street cred.
Did you win though?
Man, I don't know. I think we both got in trouble and like lost. You know, because we were in the middle of it, and they're like, "Stop!" You know.
So what you should do is like find that person that you fought with, and like fight now just to finish it, and squash the beef, and then figure out who like.
Dude, I know it's Tabitha Gonzalez. We're Facebook friends now. She has a kid now though, so I feel like I would def win. You know.
I don't know. Moms are kind of strong.
Yeah, but she's like a chill mom. You know, some moms are just like, I'm a mom and I'm gonna sit all the time.
Do you guys like talk though?
No, I don't. I'm just talking shit about somebody I haven't seen in 20 years.
But you added her on Facebook, or she added you? Like she requested you?
Yeah, I think so. It was years ago. We'll never know.
Like, okay. Yeah. Isn't that weird though? Like, just like all your because like how many friends on your Facebook page do you actually talk to?
Dude, not many. I feel like I guess a few, but a lot of the people that like stuff, I feel like I don't even talk to you. Why are you? But I mean, thank you.
Right. Yeah, no, like it's like I feel like Facebook is such like a weird thing, and I think people just like use it just to like stalk other people, just kind of see like, oh, like what are they doing now in life? You know, did so and so get fat? Are they married? Do they have kids? This and that.
I love looking I love looking at people from home that have just not done anything and just got fat. Because sometimes you get frustrated doing stand-up and stuff. You're like, I'm not doing well.
Right.
At least I'm not in carny, just gaining weight.
So what prompted the move out to LA?
I wanted to move. Like, I wanted to move out, and I wanted to move to the city, but I didn't want to spend all that money living that close to home. Mm-hmm. So I was like, forget it, I'll just move to LA. Better weather, and it's a little bit cheaper, kind of, versus New York. So that's why I was just like, it didn't take me long. Like, I thought of the idea in June, and then moved out in, like, October.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I think I'm going to move, and then I did it, so.
Did you have a plan, or you just did it?
Well, in September, I came out for, like, a week to see places. Mm. And then on Craigslist, I found some places, so I had an idea. So I kind of had a plan, but also I didn't have, like, a job or anything. Like, I had a job at home that I had to quit, but I didn't, just had a kind of plan.
Right.
You know?
Right. And then you get out here, and what was it like? Like, what was, like, that first night where you're like, shit, I'm in LA? Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I took a while to get, I did, like, I don't know, I was kind of just doing weird background stuff and just being like, yeah, this is fine. This is okay. This is, I didn't really, it was hard to make friends. Mm. And then you friends that you had out here, they already had jobs, so you're like, I'm just gonna, so I kind of hung out with my roommates a lot. I had, like, a married couple I lived with, and this other girl from New Jersey, but she's from South Jersey, trash. I'm just kidding, she's fine. But she was never at home, so I just partied with the married couple for a while. They're not married anymore, actually, but they were really cool.
Because of all that partying.
Yeah, probably. No, we would just, like, sit at home and drink wine and play Celine Dion videos. It was a good time. And then we did weird, like, trips to, like, some hot springs and stuff. But it took a while. Like, I didn't immediately do stand-up or anything out here. I did a little bit New Jersey, but I did mostly improv at first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So then what was the first stand-up show? Like, the first time you were like, okay, let me try this thing, and then you get on stage and do, like, 5 minutes. What was that?
I did it, that was in New Jersey. It was, like, some Irish bar in Kearney, Irish American club. And I think it was just an open mic, but they gave me like 5 minutes, and my family came and my friends came.
Nice.
It was cool. Like I had some pretty good jokes, I think, for my first time. But
doing it at a bar, I feel like is tough.
Yeah, but it was, looking back, it was a pretty good bar because they listened. There was no talking.
Oh wow.
Or anything.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's because most of the people knew me in that bar. It was like my cousin's friends and my family and some of my friends.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, so it wasn't like a shock to me because, like I said, I was doing improv since like high school and like acting and stuff. But yeah, it was whatever.
So then what was that first bomb like?
Just. Man, I can't remember. Like, I don't think I bombed. It's just like, I don't know. It was forgettable. That's for sure.
That's good.
So it didn't hurt me that bad.
Right.
I feel like now, I think back then, I wasn't used to them, but it was like expected.
Right.
So I didn't mind bombing as much, but now if I do a bomb, it's like, ow, what I do wrong.
What was the latest bomb that has happened?
Oh, man, see, it was recently, and I was like, I messaged a lot of my friends about it, because I was like, I don't know maybe they don't like women at this bar, because I was the only female comic. Yeah, it was just like, I did the hits, and at first they loved them.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they just like, didn't want me anymore.
Wow.
Like I was supposed to get 15 minutes, they lit me at 12, so I got 13 minutes. Wow. And that's never happened to me before. It was really bad.
But they were like booing though, were
no, they just weren't laughing. They were listening but not laughing. And then this one guy it was, people could tell, like, and afterwards this guy came up to me, and this is a true story. He's like, what, did people not want to think tonight? Because you were hilarious, but they just wanted easy jokes. I just thought you needed to hear that. That's what he said, and I was like,
That's nice.
I did. Thank you so much. So people do like, okay, cool, I'm doing the right thing. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But it was in the OC, and I think it's it's kind of hard too, because I was doing a lot of gross jokes, and they loved some of them. But then I knew they were like kind of getting sick of them, but I was kind of like, I can't remember anything else right now, because I think it caught me off guard that I was bombing. Not that I am that great, but I'm pretty funny. It's not a common thing. Right. That I bomb, so it was just shocking.
which is good, yeah. And when it happens, you're just like, oh, okay. You try and readjust the dial, see what happens, and if it's still not working, then you're like, all right, well, I guess we gotta end this thing.
Yeah. Well, what can you do?
No, just get up more, get up again, go back to that same room, and then kill it. Yeah, that's really like the biggest thing. Do you get heckled?
Sometimes at mics and stuff. I get
at mics, really?
Dude, yeah. At the improv mic, this one guy told me to take it off, and Ken Gar kicked him out, which he's dope. And then I was trying to do this joke about how I'm not a slut, and they called me a lazy slut at the Comedy Store. So like not at shows, but like Comedy Store shit and stuff, they'll heckle a little bit.
And these are just like other comics.
Yeah.
And they're like the ones who hack, like, are they funny or are they're just trash?
Not.
Like just
the improv dude. He was like he's a twin, and they're both awful. I mean, everybody hates them. They only go to like the Improv or West Side mics, and so whatever. Wow. But I've been pretty like sometimes I do. I guess in Ventura. But then you make jokes out of them. Like I did this one joke in Ventura about how like it's like starts off saying I don't like BJs or whatever, blowjobs, because it's a play on Ben and Jerry's at the end.
Not the restaurant BJs.
Yeah. And the guy booed me. So I made it, and then I yelled at him, have you had a dick in your mouth, and have you eaten ice cream, what tastes better? So that is now a tag at the end of that joke. Right. Because he booed me. So sometimes they work to your advantage. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you are a smart one there, Kelly.
I think on my feet, dude. Improv still. Yes, and.
So now, do you think, and because I've had other women comedians on, and I generally ask this question, but I just like to see how people respond to it, and women comedians right now I think are crushing it. But do you think that it's harder being a woman doing stand-up?
I would say so. Depends. I think it's harder than being like a straight white man, I do think like I think for the most part though it is kind of hard because you do get you can get heckled being a woman, and I don't know, I feel like people sometimes don't take you as seriously. Sometimes it depends on the booker and stuff. Right. Like I've had my one friend, she did a show somewhere and the booker was like trying to teach them how to do comedy, and he's like, I did it once. And he's telling all these girls how to do. So yeah, I do think it is a little bit because there's always just that stigma that, oh, you're a girl, oh, you're sensitive and stuff, but we're not. Like, no, hey, we're just as tough as you,
Right.
So
right.
I guess some of us are. There are some like Facebook girl groups that are too much. Like there are some sensitive girls that are like, he looked at me weird, what do I do? Shut up. Wow. He's just talking to you. That's why. People do take it. I don't know. And
like this actually just recently happened, and I know Kate Quigley does this a lot, but because like I think you posted it, right? About like some dude in your DMs who was like,
oh, the clown guy.
Yeah. And I feel like that happens to women all the time.
Yeah. And actually, I'm pretty lucky where I don't get many creeps sliding into my DMs. I think it's because of me though. Like I think they could tell that I'm not one to mess with.
Right.
Especially, I think my stand-up stuff is kind of too like blunted everything. So I've been pretty lucky where I don't get many creeps messaging me. That's good. And when I do, I'll just make fun of them, like that guy.
Yeah, and just turn it into a bit, make a video out of it or something.
Yeah. I have to make that a bit. I don't know how to, but.
You'll work it out. Yeah. You'll find something. What is your writing process though? So like how do you come up with jokes and how do you create stuff?
Well, with jokes, if sometimes I'll think of one idea. Like I'll take the not a slut joke. I was like, I want to write a joke about how I'm not a slut. And you just like think of that and like try and make. I like to think of different. It depends on the joke. Like I like to do sometimes 3 things, and be like, what this reason, but always like kind of funny. Or a lot of times I'll just talk it out to myself. Sometimes it's like a Twitter draft, like just a one sentence that's a good premise, and then I'll do a stream of conscious writing, and then pick out what's funny about it, and then kind of shorten it and go from there. So it's just different. Depends on the joke or the premise.
Would you tweet it though?
Yeah, like if it's a short joke, I tweeted this joke about comparing jizz to soup, and I do that as a joke now, and it's a pretty killer joke.
But what was the Twitter response? Like, did people like it, or was it like it was good? It was good.
Yeah, people like that one. Sometimes they don't get that many hits, but I'm like, any likes, that many likes, but right. I'll just be like, it's because it's probably meant to be
said.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas sometimes you'll try a joke, a tweet, and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be a tweet, you know?
Yeah.
So it goes back and forth. But yeah, it just depends on the idea. Yesterday, for the first time, I went to Starbucks and wrote some jokes. I've never done that before, but
how was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you and like 10 other writers just like sitting there on your laptop with your headphones on, and I
didn't have any headphones. I was trying to look for some dick. Didn't find any.
Starbucks is that's the place to go.
Yeah.
Are there any things that are off limits to you? I feel like there's not.
Not really. I mean, I don't like to do much race stuff except making fun of white people because, like, it's a touchy subject. And, like, I don't really do much politics or current events because also like current events you can only do for so long.
Right.
And politics, I feel like I feel like people get burned out by politics, and also it depends on where you are, where they work. Like,
right.
I feel like politics jokes might not work in the OC, you know, or Ventura.
And they might.
You never know, yeah. But you know what always works? Jizz.
It's universal across the board, across the country. It definitely works. Would you ever apologize for a joke?
It's funny because I did actually because when I first started out, I did because I have this joke about old people working out or something, and there were old people in the audience, and and it's like, you don't do that. Don't call them out. Don't be like, oh, I know you're old. I'm sorry, but I want you to, like, I think it's cute when you're working out because you're gonna die. That's the whole. So sometimes, or most recently, I invited a Tinder date to a show. I do this a lot because they never come.
Right.
This guy came, and hey, it made a great on stage because I mentioned it on stage that he was there. And afterwards I was like, I'm sorry for all the like gross jizz jokes and stuff. And he responded with, it's okay, I've donated to my sister.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because I guess he donated his
sperm to his sister.
Yeah, I never spoke to him again after. Moral of the story is, don't apologize, or else you'll find creepy stuff like that.
Oh my God,
yeah.
That's all right.
I think his sister is
like his half sister.
No, I think his sister's a lesbian because he mentioned his sister-in-law and his sister later on earlier in the conversation. So I think she's a lesbian, and they needed it for the baby. But either way, don't word it like that.
No, but like now, like I want to know like how he donated it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, did he like go to a place? They do it in home, you know? Like, was there like?
I hope not.
You know what I mean? Like how did this exchange happen?
Yeah, we'll never know.
This is what you should do. You should go back on Tinder, find him, message, and be like, out of curiosity, how did the sister thing, happen? And then just see what he says. Just for that's just me being selfish.
I actually have his phone number, so maybe I'll text him one day. Because I was like, right after he said that, I was like, listen, I don't, this is weird because he didn't drink either. And it's like, why are you here? Right. Why are you here? And also, why didn't you tell me that?
Did you guys like meet before the show?
This was the first meet. And he's like, I just decided to show up. And he told me that, and I was like, well, my friends are here. Let's have a real date soon. What's your phone number? And that's just me being like, get out of here. That was a creepy thing you just did.
That's so... Now I want to know, what's another, like, creepy Tinder date?
Oh, man. There's a lot. The one when you messaged me that you saw me on that date at Brickyard.
Oh, yeah.
That one was okay. He was kind of boring. I went to another Brickyard date, and he said that he was a comic too, and I'm probably almost as edgy as him.
Wow. It's
not really creepy, it's just annoying. And I was like, when was the last time you went up? And he said, what? Proving he's not really a comic.
Right.
There hasn't been many creepy dates. Just a lot of them are just like boring or just like douches like that.
Right.
Just don't swipe right on headshots. Wow. That's what I did with that one.
Yeah. So lesson, boys and girls, anytime you see a headshot on a dating app, swipe left.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's no. Is that right? You right is yes, and left is no.
I think so. Yeah.
What would you say has probably been the coolest moment of your career thus far?
Oh man, the coolest moment.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't think I've had. I did Blue Whale Comedy Festival in Tulsa. That was pretty cool. We hung out backstage. I was like equal to Nikki Glazer, and that felt cool, I'm like, oh, we're all comics here. We're all equal.
Right.
So I just like hung out with her and like Sarah Schaefer and stuff. Byron, Bowers and stuff. And there was like a karaoke thing. I wasn't chosen to do it, but they all did. So that was pretty cool. Like, all festivals are always pretty fun if it's a good one. If it's a new one, it's a little bit weird, but it's fine.
All right, so when you do a festival, how many shows do you generally do?
It depends on the festival. That one they gave me 2, but then I like to also do indie shows too. Like, most recently I went to Madison to do a festival, but then they gave me only 1 show, and then I did like, how many other shows? 2 other shows, because it's just like a short weekend, and there was not much. But then I did like a few other mics. And it's cool because even though it gives you an excuse to go to that place, but then you book other like indie shows and like maybe hit up like the clubs and stuff,
right? And
get other time and get paid other, like, because in Madison they, like, some of them paid me to do the sets and stuff, so
that's pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So what would you say probably is, trick question, the best city to do comedy in?
Oh God. Not LA.
Not LA.
Just because every time I've been outside of LA, all the shows are so much better. I don't know. Every time I go to New York, it's fine. There's also so much more to choose from in New York.
Right.
But like San Francisco, all the shows up there were so good, so fun, and the audience just are just so attentive. I did one show where it was just basically an open mic, but they had one feature set, and that was me. And they still had normal people just watching their open mic, just listening.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I feel like San Francisco's really fun. Madison is growing. They had an open mic where they give you pizza, which I was very impressed at.
Anytime you get free food, like, I feel like it's a good situation.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to Denver at the end of July. I'm pretty excited because I know that's a good, like, Denver, San Francisco, Portland, like, they're all really good comedy scenes going on right now, at least on the West Coast. I'm not super familiar with the East Coast, but New York's always, like, it's the best city in the world, so that's probably a good place too. Yeah.
So like what is your, like, goal? Like, what's the, like where do you want to be, like, in, like, the next 3 to 5 years?
In 3 to 5 years, I want to write for, like, a show or be on a show or both, I would love to be like a Chelsea Peretti type thing where you write for Parks and Rec and then just get on a show. Like, my dream goal is to be on SNL. I need to work on more characters, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But they have Pete Davidson, and I could, Leslie Jones, like, I'm a comic. So that's been my, like, dream goal since forever.
SNL, yeah. That's like the fraternity, I mean, even like writing on SNL, I feel like is a great thing.
Yeah, because then you could start writing and then get a casting thing. So one day.
Yeah.
Hey, Lauren, if you're watching,
send in your tape. Yeah. Like, look at these tweets. Lauren, my tweets are fire.
Thank you. Yeah.
You need me on the show. Yeah. What would you say has been your biggest lesson that you've learned in this journey, from the move to LA and, like, pursuing this comedy thing, this acting thing? Because, like, you're moving. Like, I'm watching, and you're, because you got shows here at AfterBuzz that you're doing. You're doing, like, live shows all the time.
Yeah.
You're moving out here.
I have a podcast too.
Podcast, right?
Weed. It's pretty good. And I do, like, stupid sketches. I just like to do everything, because it just shows that you're producing work, and it's like, oh, you need somebody to do that? I can do that. You need somebody to do that? I can do that. It's just a way to get your foot in the door somewhere. Right. Also, I like to be busy because it's just, I don't know, just good for me. Like, because if I sit at home, I'm like, oh, what am I doing with this stand up? Whereas, like, as if you're just busy, you just keep working. And the more you work, the more you get better at it, True. You can't, also another lesson, because people do it all the time, I do it, like, you can't compare yourself to people that get booked on other things that you're not getting booked on, right. Because they're probably fitting a different type of role. Like, when they book a show, they have to book, like, diversity and stuff, or, like, they're booking a certain type of comic, so you can't compare yourself to that. Just work on you, get yourself better, work on your brand or whatever.
Yeah,
I hate saying that.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like, and we live in like such this like weird like digital age, you know, that like, but you can go out and grab your audience now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and just like bring people like to your stuff, to your channel, to your Instagram,
like
to your
Tinder,
Twitter.
You know?
Right.
That's how I brought
Yeah, and then they come out and see you live and then talk about giving their sperm to their sister.
One time I used to run a show, and this one Tinder guy came and he was on a motorcycle. It's pretty cool, and I never saw him again. Just jokes scared him. Anyways, but like, yeah, just do just do work, you know?
Yeah.
Don't get lazy. Why are you doing this? You know, do you love what you're doing? Then keep doing it, you know? Keep writing, even if you don't want to write and you know you have to write, hey, maybe go to a Starbucks and just force yourself to write.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Why are you doing it?
'Cause I love, like, it's so much fun. Whenever I'm feeling sad, I'm like, I don't really want to go to this mic. I don't want to do this show. I'll do the show and I'll feel so much better. And it's just like, these are all my friends now. Like, all my friends are comics. It's funny, my friend like Aaron just came to visit and he's like, oh, so all your friends are comedians? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, they are. And it's just kind of fun. Like, it makes you feel good because, yeah, we're kind of negative people, but also we're funny. And, you know, we got a dark look at life, but also we find the humor in it, you know? And it's just, I can't see myself in a 9-to-5 job. You know, I also, like I said, I like to do a lot of things too. So I can't be just stuck in a
cubicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No office space for you, huh?
No, unless they're casting for the movie.
Office space too, yeah. Right? Before we wrap up, because I just thought about this and I was like, you know what? What's the bad side? What's like the worst thing about comedy? The worst thing about writing? You know, because I feel like every comedian has that like that moment, you know, where they're like, do I want to still do this? Or like something happens and they're like, I don't even know if I want to do this. Yeah,
I think it's just there's so many of us, so it's really hard to become successful, you know? So I think that's hard, and it's like it's a lot of times and I know I said it's kind of contradictory because you're like, do the work, do yourself, but also people that get success, sometimes they're not that funny. Yeah. Sometimes like they barely have a good 5 minutes and they're getting booked, and it's like, why? It's all about who you know or whatever. Yeah. So you just kind of, that's the bad side. Like sometimes you can't win, but you just focus on yourself and hope, you know? There's a lot of just gross people, and like they're just fake, you know, just wanna they're your friends until they need you, and you know. Yeah, no, that's LA is filled with a lot of that. Yeah. You know, it's I like to say it's very plastic, you know, in every sense of the word. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, you know, like it's such a facade, you know, and I've seen people wash out, you know, when people get smacked in the face with reality, like, oh my God, this is what LA really is. Like, and it's like, but some people can't handle it, and good, because get out of here. There's enough of us. Leave, please. I think that's also a problem with LA. I feel like there's a lot of comics that don't realize they're not funny, and it's hard to tell people, hey. But see, but here's like the other problem with that too, is because like even if they're not funny, but let's say like they go viral or something on like on a Vine or something, you know, like on Instagram, you know, so then they feel like, oh yeah, like I'm dope. Awesome, yeah. You're not. Ugh, it's so frustrating. Let's talk about briefly your podcast. Okay. And so, what is it? How did you come about? Like, what, you know? Okay. It's called IMD Weed. We came about it because me and my friend Jessica Androsky, she's also the co-creator and host and everything. We still do, go to the movies stoned and just enjoy ourselves. And we're like, we were thinking of making a podcast, and we're like, hey, why don't we just do this? And that's how it kind of came about. It's just you just go to the movies with a guest, get stoned with them, and then just talk about the movie right after on the podcast. I think we just came about it because people love movies, and you don't have to like weed to enjoy the podcast. Like my mom's a big fan, not to brag, but and it's just funny to like. It's a good take on movie reviews because people love movies. It kind of adds a certain humor to it.
Right. What was the best one that you like movie and podcast that you guys have done?
Man, that's hard. There's a lot of good ones. It depends on what you want, because like the one that's going to be released on Tuesday is with Danielle Radford, and we did Wonder Woman, and she like taught us a real good, like a bunch of stuff about Wonder Woman.
Oh, dope.
But then there's one, Power Rangers. It was like their first one with a guest, with Brody Reed. And me and him both took the same amount of edible, but he had to abruptly end the podcast because he got too stoned. And I was like, I'm fine. Wait, maybe there's a problem. Let's not worry about it. Yeah. So there's a lot of there's a lot of good ones. Like nice. I don't know. It's hard to choose one, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, when you get stoned, it saves the it doesn't save it, but it makes it better. Like, I feel like one time I got my most stoned one was Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2, and I just randomly said, I love Dad. Because I was trying to explain daddy issues, I don't know, with superheroes.
And then
just
you
said,
just,
I love Dad.
Right. Saying that you don't have daddy issues, basically, is what that is.
Yeah.
So where can people listen to your podcast?
It's on imdweed.com, and it's on iTunes and SoundCloud. You can follow it on Twitter too at imdweed, and new episodes are every Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys locked up that entire thing, huh? IMDweed. Does it look? Because I haven't been on the site, but like, does it look like the IMDb?
Yeah. Well, we have one logo like that, and then we have a kind of cartoony one.
Nice.
And it's pretty cool.
I know what I'm gonna binge now. I'm just gonna go just listen to all of them.
You should. It's pretty fun. I go on a big rant in Alien Covenant about James Franco. I just had to mention James Franco first.
Yeah, because you have this I don't want to say obsession, but it's an affinity.
Yeah, you could say obsession. It's more of a fun obsession. Like,
okay.
I'm not that, like, I'm normal. If I ever see him, I'd be normal, I think.
So, okay, so what would you say to James Franco right now? Like, if he walked through that door.
It's about time. I'd be like, hey, I don't know. I would probably just, I would give him a hug, and I'm not a hugger, you know? He deserves a good hug.
Nice.
And more than that, you know what I'm saying? A naked hug.
What?
With my vagina.
What if like this happens, and then like you two like really like become a thing?
And then he sees all the history of me, like, just planning, or just...
No, I wouldn't... I mean, he might stumble into, like, a room that you have in the house or something, but, you know, let's...
I do have, like, an autographed poster of Mice and Men in my house, but, I mean, that's a normal thing.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
What if that happens? You know what? I would die happy.
I just want to go to the wedding.
Yeah, it would be... We'd have a dope wedding, for sure.
Should be like a destination thing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know where. I feel like something tropical on the rocks or something. Yeah. We'd go nuts, because we're both weirdos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so listen. James Franco, slide into her DMs.
Hey, one time, you remember when he DM'd that girl that was underage?
Oh, yeah.
I DM'd him because it was at Of Mice and Men. I was like, hey, by the way, I'm over 21.
Did he reply back to you?
No, he didn't.
James Franco, listen. At Holly Weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to, you know, just get them DMs popping, just to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what's the worst that can happen?
Nothing. Yeah, we'll just be happy.
Right.
Together.
So where can people see you live next?
People can see me live next. I'm doing Anchor Bar on next Monday in Costa Mesa. Oh, but a really cool one is next Thursday. I'm going to be doing this show in the Hollywood Hills. It's called A Comedy Show LA. I think Rory Scovel's on it, too. I'm pretty stoked about that. You can find all my dates, though, at kellymcinerny.net. I'm going to Denver, like I said. Yeah.
And then where can people find you online, like all your social media handles?
Holly Weirdo. And then on Snapchat, it's Kelly McInerny, but with 3 L's. So Kelly, Kellly, McInerny.
Nice.
Yeah.
James Franco.
Please, find me.
Bro, I'm gonna need you just to, just put on the whatchamacallit garb from Spring Breakers. I need that James Franco to show up at your door tonight at like 3 a.m.
I'd allow it. I dress up as him for Halloween.
Nice. See, that's what you guys can do. You guys both dress up as James Franco, and then
as Alien.
Yeah, and then I don't know, get married. That's my hope for you.
In that costume, get married. Got it. I will do that.
On spring break.
Yeah.
Spring Breakers 2. That's what we're doing. Thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank you. It was fun.
Thank you guys for watching. You can find me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue and the Nick Perdue 2. See you guys next time.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live. Scipio, Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.